Hello, welcome back to Recettear. This is on Zoloft 2. We are playing Recettear. It is day 21, and I am about to enter the dungeon. So let's pick our adventure. I'm going to use Louis. Going to the Amber Garden, and we're going to do floors 6 through 10. So it is the Amber Garden. Alright, let's get started. Everybody's attack power is doubled. That means the enemies can hurt me twice as much too. Gotta be careful. Knowing me, I'm probably gonna get hurt and really bad, so gotta watch it like that. Fortunately, I'm a pretty high level, so they're not gonna hurt too much. Ow. Have to wait for him to drop. Playing. There we go. Got him. If I remember correctly, I think the boss of this level is actually, of these 5 floors, is actually an enemy rush. Meaning I'm going to see a lot of common enemies in a row. And we'll see how it all works out. But it's not, I don't think it's a normal boss. I could be wrong. But we'll see. We'll see. Another charred lizard. So playing with Louis is like playing, with Zelda. Link from Zelda. I'm gonna probably show a few of the other characters as we progress later in the game. But right now, I think I'm gonna stick with Louis because he's a relatively stable adventurer. Doesn't require too much skill. I don't have too much skill, so it's a good mix. He has a lot of health, so in case I get hurt, it won't kill me. So I'm gonna stick to that plan there. Critical hits are random, so it's not like I'm intentionally trying to do that. Oh, there she is. Number 2. I like running into her.
いい買い物でした。まったく。
Sukiyaki. Suki yummy. There she goes. It's a good thing I ran up here. I was tempted to go into the exit, but there's no reason to go into the exit that fast. Wall muffler. So yeah, like I said, I converted about, I think about 100,000 picks or 90,000 picks into items. And the reason I did that was because there was a price crash, so the prices will normalize, and at the very least I'll get a 20 or 30% bump. And then of the items I don't sell, and I sell them during an oh, hello. Treasure hunting. I picked up a spear. So they're not going to attack Alouette, they only attack me, because, you know, that's how the game works. So all those treasure hunters, even if it looks like he's following me, it really isn't doing anything. My level is probably overkill, way overkill for the dungeon, but you know, let's play it safe. Nope, teleportation. Nope, not gonna go to the next floor yet. Like I was saying earlier, there was if the prices ever increase and I buy stuff in the blue and then they turn red, you get a pretty nice turnaround for your efforts. So I figured I could convert it into items now, and then I don't need the picks because obviously I have over 80,000. So as long as I stay over 80,000, I'll be fine. I'll be able to live to the next day, and then I could start selling items at an increased clip again. It's a trap. Ooh, eternal ice. I think that's worth something. A few hundred. I know I said I was gonna do some crafting. I'm gonna hold off on that. Gonna focus on selling items at the moment because it does cost a little money to make items. Although the items you make, you can actually sell them for a little bit more profit too. So I'll make sure to dedicate a little bit of time to that in a later episode. But right now I was operating under a panic earlier in the game, earlier in this run, because I was noticing that all the little girls and a lot of the characters were not buying from me, and those that were negotiating like crazy, and I'm not used to that. Normally I put the prices a little bit lower, or I buy for them a little bit higher because I didn't want to break any experience chains before. And the game just feels so different to me now. So because it feels so completely different, it's sort of altering the way I play. So yeah. So you know, it's a little bit harder. The game to me feels a little bit harder, even though it probably didn't change for anybody. So it's just harder for me. Oops, another crappy muffler. So those are probably a couple of the items I'm going to get rid of. You know, carrying old mufflers is not going to help us too much. Gotcha. I have space for like 2 more items plus other items, so I'm gonna explore the level fully and see what I can get out of it. Alright, sturdy gloves, leather gloves, so not the best items this time around, and then as soon as I say that, I get a couple nice ones here. I think I needed a bat wing and a few other things for that bratty priest kid, whatever. It's a bomb. I'm gonna run away from that. Kaboom. Do I have like walnut bread or something I could use? Drop a slime fluid. Eternal ice is 500, not bad. Gonna use that for crafting. Okay, I'm gonna just check out this next room here, see if there's anything. I am really clumsy today. I am not paying attention. I'm gonna pick up that beef bowl. Gonna use that walnut bread, so gonna toss this temporarily. Use the walnut bread, restore some health. Pick this back up, and then go on our merry way. Looks like nothing. Yeah, I'll fight them. Cool. Didn't help us that much, but it was enough. So let's see what's in the next stage here. Not a boss rush. It's an insect. I mean, not a enemy rush. Insect king. Don't recognize how to fight this. It's probably another puzzle boss. Gosh, I was not expecting that. Gonna back out here. Doing okay, doing okay. Almost there. He's hurt. And got him. Not too bad. Alright. Going to get out. Full? 20 items. And I'm tired. Spent about 90,000, but it was worth it. Loaded up on items. Let's see what the news says. There are signs of a boom in longswords. So if I put out a lot of longswords, they'll come in. Candy apples are falling rapidly. Price collapse on candy apples. Wonderful. So let's see what we can put out here. Sweet, I think we have it the way I want it. Saving. Checking the merchant levels real quick. So at this end of this level, we could expand our store. Awesome. So actually allows us to make our store bigger and sell more items. So we will. Let's see. Don't have to move the tables. Don't have to do anything. Let's open up. Candy. That's pretty good. 86% for a crash price. Let me see here. I'll be nice to her. They're all asking for stuff that I am gonna lose profit on, which is really annoying. So let me see. Here. Alright. I'm not too worried about it. I don't want to sell it if I can help it. And I'm not running out of money, so. Thank you. Let's produce a weapon. Let's see, something you could actually afford.
んにちは。はーら。いくらにしようかな。そうですわ。ありがとうございました。売れたよ。いらっしゃいませ。こんにちは。いくらにしようかな。わかったわ。
Alright, an upgrade is good. Could use as many upgrades as possible.
売れたよ。いらっしゃいませ。いくらにしようかな。
I wonder why she would need a rusty dagger. But, you know, little girls usually don't ask for rusty daggers, but that's okay.
いらっしゃいませ。こんにちは。あり
Of
がとうございま
course!
した。
I'll probably forget later, but sure.
何をこうかな。どれにしようかな。
I could start putting out all the armor now.
何をこうかな。どうしようかな。お店開けますね。
Here we go. Start putting out some of the armor.
はーら。
I'm not a plebe. Truffles. Puffles?
さすが貧乏人ですわ。
Mushrooms?
ごめんあそばせ。いらっしゃいませ。いくらにしようかな。ありがとうございました。買ったよ。
I'm glad you could accept it.
いらっしゃいませ。いくらにしようかな。
Of course you're gonna find a spear. We sell spears.
ありがとうございました。売れたよ。いらっしゃいませ。いくらにしようかな。わかった。ありがとうございました。買ったよ。いらっしゃいませ。いくらにしようかな。ありがとうございました。買ったよ。
Alright, got a little nice chain here.
こんにちは。はーら。いくらにしようかな。
Alright, let's see if I can rip her off.
そうですわね。ありがとうございました。
Yes!
売れたよ。いらっしゃいませ。いくらにしようかな。ありがとうございました。
Alright, building it
売
up.
れたよ。いらっしゃいませ。いただける。いくらにしようかな。いいわね。ありがとうございました。
Sweet. Nice. Let's see here.
何がいいかな。セーブします。どれにしようかな。何をこうかな。
I'm gonna go and let's see here. Talk to the merchant. Expansion 10,000 picks. Let's do it. I was gonna wait till tomorrow, but since I can expand it without going under budget for the week, I could definitely do that. Alright, looks like everything is good still. Everything is working out. Alright, so
お疲れです。お疲れ様でした。
notice our store is a lot bigger now, so it's actually gonna have a lot more customers, hopefully.
今日は頑張りましたね。今日は閉鎖日で仕事をしていきましょ
Another week in the books!
う。来週も
Hoorah!
おめでとうございます。今週分は確かに徴収いたしました。頑張りましょう。やったー。おはようございます。
Price of weapons has decreased. The price of food has normalized. Walnut bread fishing.
セーブします。
200,000 picks. That's a lot. So we're gonna have to do our best to sell as much as we can here. But we'll do it. We'll figure it
ど
out.
れにしようかな。どれにしようかな。 何がいいかな。何でしょうか。何を置こうかな。何を置こうかな。何でしょうか。どれにしようかな。
As you'll notice, that expansion really does help out quite a bit. Now we actually have a lot of space. We could actually fit a lot of stuff now. And believe it or not, the store actually gets bigger. The store does get a lot bigger too. There's 1 or 2 more expansions after this, if I remember correctly. Alright, so I think let's save. And let's open her up. Oop, it's him again. I'm just gonna skip it. Otherwise, it's the same conversation again. I don't need to be reminded of my failings at this point. I am glad that she's willing to spend now. Spend, spend, spend. Of course. Aren't you looking at those ham sandwiches that will not be touched and they'll be bought later, preserved? I don't know. Excellent, excellent, excellent. You were the one for the hats, huh? Okay. Here you go. Actually, I don't trust you. Here. Alright! I didn't get screwed that time. Yes. Vending machines are great because they allow you to sell items during a crash for base price. So you can load up on a lot of things like these candy apples, and then if I were to put them all in a vending machine, then it would sell at their normal price, so I could actually make quite a bit of profit off of it. But I'm not going to do the vending machine game for now. Not at this point. Okay, I think we're just about out of money. Gonna go to you, see what's up. Woof woof. Must be a dog. We know it would happen eventually. Alright, gonna finish the day out and then I'm gonna call it an episode. So, a couple more phases. Take a look. You think you can afford this? Alright, you could. Get a nice markup on it. 25% markup. Good, I need a few of those near pins and just pins. Excellent.
たよ。
Just waiting for an armor
いらっ
boon?
しゃいませ。いくらにしようかな。いくらにしようかな。ありがとうございました。売れたよ。
For you, I'll give it 100 picks off.
いらっしゃいませ。ね、いくらにしようかな。うん、ありがとうございました。買い取ったよ。こんにちは。いくらにしようかな。いくらにしようかな。ありがとうございました。買い取ったよ。いらっしゃいませ。いくらにしようかな。いくらにしようかな。いくらにしようかな。ありがとうございました。
Anything for a sale?
いらっしゃいませ。ありが
Of
とうご
course
ざ
I
い
could
ま
do
した。
that.
へへ。
We sell weapons.
何がいいかな。えい、どれにしようかな。えい、どれにしようかな。えい、何がいいかな。何がいいかな。えい、どれにしようかな。えい、どうしようかな。回転するね。いらっしゃいませ。
It's him again. I will skip that event. You really need 2 hats, and I'll really
あり
give
がとう
them
ござい
to
ま
you.
した。へへ。いらっしゃいませ。いくらにしようかな。ありがとうございました。買い取ったよ。いらっしゃいませ。いくらにしようかな。いくらにしようかな。ありがとうございました。
They negotiate really hard.
いらっしゃいませ。いくらにしようかな。ありがとうございました。
Alright,
売れたよ。
doing okay.
こんにちは。いくらにしようかな。いくらにしようかな。ありがとうございました。売れたよ。いらっしゃいませ。いくらにしようかな。いくらにしようかな。
Aww. Normally they would go for about
いら
that
っしゃいま
much.
せ。いくらにしようかな。ありがとうございまし
I think the game just threw me a bone
た。売
there.
れたよ。おやすみ。
Alright, so that's gonna end it for the day, and that's gonna end it for the episode. So we're gonna look at it.
今日は頑張りましたね。
Made some money there.
明日もこの調子でいきましょう。
Alright, so feel free to leave a like,
仕事しますよ。
feel free to subscribe to the channel, and as always, thanks for watching, and have a good day.
セーブします。